Korea, less of a level 6 champion than the Skarner, so they're going to go for it here. 4-0 is undefeated so far, is the JAG's pick. Saw it in the LPL recently as well, so other regions taking note. Europe and NA, I believe, also playing the jungle JAGs. Can go full tank or more offensive was Haru, who was going Trinity Force second item. And we talked about Gnar or Braum. Braum was the decision by Kongnu Monster. That means that the Gnar draft here is pretty straightforward for So1.
Gonna send that Ornn down into the bottom lane, down to support. So now it's really up to Kongnu to choose a matchup here up against the Gnar.
Maokai would be decent, obviously not necessarily for lane, but for team comp, and just to try to survive the lane. Jace would be the more aggressive choice, so would Vlad. But Vlad doesn't beat Gnar. Vlad actually loses to Gnar at least a little bit. He does straddle the line between carry and tank, at least he has a big health pool. Does mean that they have a pretty squishy lineup. Braum is the only true tank, and also the Vlad to be at least a threat in the back line. Interesting to really take stock of on both sides. I think Maokai would have been the more reliable choice because they already had Kha'Zix, Zoe, and Ezreal. But picking for lane, or at least picking for flanking. The flanking here can be very powerful. We've seen the Gnar matchup traditionally beat the Vlad. Spectre's Cowl into Black Cleaver can beat basically every Vlad build, but you get the right gank onto Vlad. You try and have Raze just set up a camp top lane and really train down the Gnar, then anything's possible.
This is going to be a fun one. I'm curious to see how Edge can do on his Zoe. This time around, we saw how ridiculous it can get. In game number 1, we've seen Edge and his ridiculous play on the Zoe in the past. It was one of the keys for how they defeated KSB. But again, Teddy on the Kalista, very scary to get the Ornn once again. But this time, Kongnu Monster have some answers. The Braum, really, really big pick for their team.
But this time Jin'e has massive engage against Zoe Ezreal. It's a true poke comp on the side of Kongnu Monster. Here we have basically everyone as an initiator. So that's a lot of initiation to potentially shut them down. To me, if Kongnu Monster can get a Baron, they can certainly win, because the siege with Ezreal and Zoe is insane. But otherwise, the synergy's not so much there. Vladimir has his own agenda. We know how the Zoe and the Ezreal will play. Where will Raze go, and can Raze actually have an impact on the game as a non-initiating champion? Traditionally, Kongnu Monster have needed him on Zac or J4, so him to be on Kha'Zix is a change of pace.
Yeah, really testing him here. Let's jump into game number 2 and find out what happens. Let us begin game number 2. Jin'e really putting Raze to the test, but looking for Edge and Soul to pop off once again on the same 2 picks that they brought in against KSV to secure their victory.
Baby Q.
Not really saying that you're fine. Oh, nice accuracy there.
He could be done here.
The minion's got in the way, though. Grace going to have a little bit of damage to return. Thankfully, the Trouble Bubble cooldown not fully off. He's only level 11.
Grace.
Here comes Kha'Zix, though. He should be able to get this one. Grace all alone there. Nice little rune prison. And Umti gonna find him in the jungle. Nice flash prediction. He's gonna catch him there. He's gonna try to flash the wall, but in comes Umti, and that's gonna be first blood. Over to Umti on the JAGs. Fantastic follow-up being there for the kill.
Very smart of Umti also to start with the flash all day and all night.
Yeah. Every champion, every role, unsealed spellbook.
We've been denied Ignite Cannon, which is always sad.
I'm not sad about that. Raze jumping away. Umti finds him again, and he's got Ornn for the support. That's going to be another kill. Going over to Umti on his JAG's jungle, finding a lot of success on this pick.
Yeah, 2 kills now, both on the enemy jungle, on the Kha'Zix, who we know wants to snowball. And snowball his opponent into a Trinity Force and into Outscale. Here's the Rift Herald. No jungler to respect. The charge should basically one-shot it. Second auto will do the rest of the work. Let's check for the one-shot. Boom, we get it.
As a TP coming in from Roach. is going to send out the spooky ghost. He's a little bit far behind, but we got an engage now from Teddy, and Ray trying to get in there. Roach may have bitten off a little bit more than he could chew. He's getting extremely low. He's going to stopwatch to see if he can actually get out of dodge on this one. The answer is no. Trying to fight back now, though. Wraith a little bit low. Soul still very high on health. Look at the low health on everybody on the side of Jin Air. We got an Ezreal on the side trying to get in there. He's going to take out one. He's going to almost take out two. Dodges the Q. Ray's going to be able to follow up there. So they get 2 kills for 1 as Jin Air goes a little bit too deep.
Yeah, you could say that for both sides, though. Starting with Roach being too aggressive and then ending with the members of Jin Air not disengaging earlier. Throughout all of this, Grace found Edge in the enemy jungle and stopped the Zoe from rotating, so it was 4v4 action the entire time. Hongnu Monster come out with their nose ahead. Does allow them to clear some vision, actually push up the minion wave. Ends up being a pretty even, so hard to burst that you can live in fights. Speaking of hard to burst.
Ooh, Grace, he's gonna get locked up here by the Kazakhs, 2-on-1. Sleepy Trouble Bubble might end his life. Nice little stopwatch here. He's gonna try to turn it around. He gets raised. What a play. Dodges the Trouble Bubble here. He's got his own shield. Can he actually win the 1v2? So close. At the end of it all, Edge even had the Zhonya's on his W, but gets the extra flash in the end. Definitely will help out. What a close fight.
Holy.
And canceled the flank that we see so often from Vladimir players in LCK. Well, they're going to begin again. Raze is a little bit low. waiting in the wings here. Looking for the steal. Are they really going to go for the 50-50 here? That's the real question. Are they going to turn? In comes Teddy now. He's going to actually, Secret disappears. Roach gets stunned and just disappears off the map now. That's going to be a 3-man ultimate from Sowan. So might get out of here, but that is just an entire team decimated in an instant.
Man, Sowan's ability to end that fight with a plum was huge. Excellent. Flash Nara right at the end there. Sowan building a reputation as the starter. Kongdu Monster knew what they wanted to do, but then they overforced it after they'd already used the teleport from their Vlad. They tried to play one lane, they tried to force. Jin Air still has free farmed Ryze, free farmed Kalista. Look at how much they get just pushing up mid.
Double Mountain Drake, they decide against trying to end the game. They'll just go for the free Baron.
The fact that it's a team effort means so much for Jin Air. They don't need to only put all their eggs in the Teddy basket. Teddy's had a good series too.
Oh, Roach almost got hit by the...
He's dead.
Oh, wow.
He diced the burn.
Yeah.
Diced the burn on the true damage, actually.
Well, that's really unfortunate for Kongdu. This game is getting out of hand. They're going to lose 3 inhibitors, trying to go for the desperate kill onto Sowan. They want to save 1 inhibitor if they possibly can, but not looking so good for them at this point.
The healing, the damage, or the percentage health reduction on the W, actually relevant for once because of the true damage burning all the way through the pool. Means he goes down. Jin Air want to close it right here. They want the 2-0.
Should be able to. Nice little Ornn ultimate. Gonna hatch 3 on both directions. This time, Teddy given a nice bit of room to just do damage in the front line. Not much else that Kongdu can do. Chomping away at this last turret. They want to add some more kills. I'm sure does as he's jumping on in. Zoe trying to save this one. Trying to burst down the last few members, but it's not going to be enough. Braum gets taken out. That's the 2-0 victory. Jin Air looking so strong today. What a couple of games from this lineup.
And Valdez, a big agenda point for week 3 of the LCK was how good are some of these teams in the middle of the pack who are 2-2. Kongdu Monster and Jin Air only had a bit of game score to separate them. Which one is better? We get a resounding answer. The answer is the Jin Air Green Wings. This season, these players are really taking it to the next level. Sowan smiling on your screen, beasting it on Gnar and the Baron fight. Grace in the mid lane having a much better series in this particular game as well. So congratulations to Jin Air Green Wings. They did excellently and they deserve their victory.
That's, I mean, I'm getting hyped about Jin Air, Papa.
Oh,
I